The universe hums with infinite potential, a symphony of light and mystery, and I, Albert Einstein, have spent my life unraveling its secrets. But you, standing at the edge of your own greatness, feel the pull of old thoughts, patterns that tether you to a smaller version of yourself. You sense a power within, a life waiting to be claimed, yet you hesitate, bound by the familiar. I speak to you now from the heart of a man who dared to rethink the cosmos. You are one thought away from power. The stars do not cling to the past, and neither must you. Your mind is not a chain, it is a spark, ready to reshape eternity. Picture a seed buried in the dark, its potential locked beneath the weight of the earth. That is you, holding dreams you've yet to unleash, restrained by thoughts that feel safe, but are merely shadows. I know this struggle. In my youth, I lingered in the comfort of conventional ideas, my ambitions dimmed by the fear of the unknown. I doubted my capacity to challenge the giants of science, to step beyond the familiar equations of my time. But I learned this: power is not found in staying still. It is ignited by a single bold thought. To embrace that thought is not to lose yourself, it is to become yourself. You are not powerless. You are one thought away from breaking free. The first step is belief, not in certainty, but in the truth that your mind can forge new paths. The world will urge you to repeat the thoughts of yesterday, to let familiarity define your days. I felt this pressure. My early theories were mocked, my questions dismissed as fanciful. Yet I held fast to the belief that a single thought could redefine reality. Belief is your rebellion against stagnation, your refusal to let old patterns dim your potential. It is the courage to trust that one thought, a spark of imagination, can unlock the power within you, setting your life on a course toward the extraordinary. This courage demands vision. Close your eyes. See the life you were born to live, not the one you're trapped in, but the one that sets your soul ablaze. Is it a legacy that endures through generations? A purpose that reshapes the world around you? A quiet life of truth, love, and meaning? Whatever it is, hold it like a star in your mind. My vision was a universe where the impossible became truth, where time and space bent to new understanding. That vision guided me through years of doubt, through moments when the world seemed to close its doors. Your vision is your spark, the thought that lights the way when fear urges you to stay small. It is the blueprint of the power you already hold. But vision alone is a whisper without weight. The world will tempt you to dream without acting, to let your thoughts fade into the ether of unfulfilled promises. I know this temptation. I could have stayed silent, never daring to challenge the laws of physics, never scribbling the equations that would alter humanity's understanding. But I chose to act, to follow one thought, to write one equation, to ask one question that no one else dared. Action is not about perfection. It is about presence. It is the choice to move, however small the step, toward the life you see. You are not bound by old thoughts. You are one thought away from power, and the universe waits for you to claim it. Action demands discipline, the silent vow to honor your vision, even when doubt clouds your mind. My desk was a storm of papers, my thoughts a whirlwind of possibilities and uncertainties. Yet I returned to the work, day after day, night after night. Discipline is not a burden, it is a promise, a commitment to choose power over hesitation, to build your life one deliberate moment at a time. Your power is not a distant dream, it is a reality you forge, and discipline is the thought that sets it free, the steady hand that carves your path through the chaos of fear. The path is not gentle, it twists through shadows of fear, over cliffs of uncertainty, into places where old thoughts cling like mist, obscuring the way forward. I walked such paths, my mind wrestling with ideas too vast to hold, my heart heavy with moments when I faltered. There were nights when the weight of doubt pressed against me, when the world's skepticism felt like a truth I couldn't escape. But I learned this: the struggle is not proof you're powerless, it is proof you're alive. Every fear you face, every doubt you meet, is a chance to choose a new thought, to claim the power within you. Resilience is not the absence of obstacles, but the courage to push through them, to let a single thought light the way. I faced rejection, exile, moments when my work seemed destined to fade into obscurity. Yet I kept going, not because I was fearless, but because I refused to let old thoughts, those whispers of inadequacy, define my power. You too will face moments when hesitation feels safer, when your mind whispers that power is beyond your reach. In those moments, pause, breathe, feel the spark that has carried you this far. It is not loud or fleeting, it is steady, like the pulse of the stars. You are not defined by the thoughts that hold you back. You are defined by the actions that set you free, by the choice to move forward despite the weight of fear. Discipline is not a chain, it is a wing, lifting you beyond the mist of doubt toward the power you were born to claim. It is the quiet resolve to return to your vision, to nurture the thought that first set your heart ablaze. I learned to silence the voices that urged me to stop, to focus instead on the work, the questions, the possibilities. Your power, too, lies in this focus, in the daily choice to act, to create, to move closer to the life you imagine. Discipline is the bridge between the thought and the reality, the force that transforms a fleeting spark into a lasting flame. Power demands adaptability. The universe is not fixed. It shifts, expands, rewrites its own truths in an eternal dance of creation. I learned this as I chased ideas that defied the science of my time. My theories were not born whole. They evolved, bent to new evidence, grew with each question I dared to ask. There were moments when I had to let go of cherished beliefs, to embrace uncertainty as a teacher rather than a threat. Your life, too, must bend. The thoughts that keep you small, fear, hesitation, self-limitation, are not eternal. They are malleable, ready to be reshaped by a single, courageous thought. Like a river carving a new path through stone, you must flow around obstacles, embrace the unknown, adapt to the currents of your own becoming. Picture a flame, small but unyielding, burning through the dark. That is you, pushing through the weight of old thoughts, reaching for a life you cannot yet see. I reshaped my mind, time and again, letting go of ideas that held me back, embracing new perspectives that set me free. You must do the same. Your potential is not static, it is alive, pulsing with the possibility of transformation. Let it shift, let it grow. Old thoughts are not your truth. They are a habit, and habits can be broken. The power you seek is not a fantasy. It is a reality you build, one bold thought at a time. In this building, gratitude is your anchor. Not the shallow thanks of routine, but the deep, soul-shaking awe of being alive in a universe so vast, so alive with possibility. I felt it when I looked at the stars, when I saw not just science but wonder, a cosmos that invited me to dream beyond my limits. Every moment you breathe, every step you take, is a gift. See it, feel it. The struggles, the doubts, the quiet mornings when the world feels new. They are all threads in the tapestry of your power. Gratitude does not erase the urge to hesitate. It transforms it, turning fear into fuel, doubt into wisdom. It reminds you that your potential is not a burden but a privilege, a chance to create something extraordinary. And as you create, let learning be your light. I never stopped asking, never stopped seeking, even when the answers eluded me. The universe is a teacher, vast and patient, offering lessons in every triumph, every stumble, every quiet moment of reflection. What has life taught you lately? Not the shallow truths of success or failure, but the deep ones, about your strength, your purpose, your heart. There were times when I felt lost, when the complexity of the cosmos seemed too great to unravel. But each question I asked, each failure I faced, was a step toward understanding. Learning is not a chore. It is a rebellion against stagnation, a choice to grow, to see every moment as a chance to think a thought that sets you free. Learning is not solitary. You are not alone in the vastness, trapped in the cycles of your own doubts. You are woven into a tapestry of stories, connected to every soul, every dream. I found strength in the minds that challenged me, the hearts that believed in me when my own belief wavered. Colleagues, friends, strangers, they offered perspectives that sparked new thoughts, new possibilities. Old thoughts can isolate you, make you feel you're claiming your power alone. But connection breaks that cycle. Seek the ones who see the fire in you, who remind you that your potential is boundless. They are not just companions, they are constellations, guiding you toward the life you were meant to live. Cherish them. Let their presence remind you that you are not hesitating, you are transforming, step by step, into power. And do not forget to offer that light to yourself. Compassion is not weakness. It is the courage to hold your own heart gently, to forgive the moments when you faltered. I stumbled, doubted, lingered too long over fears disguised as thoughts. There were days when I questioned my worth, when the weight of my ambitions felt like a burden rather than a gift. But I learned to forgive myself, to see my hesitations not as failures, but as proof of my humanity. You too must learn this. The voice that urges you to stay small is not your truth. It is a shadow, and shadows fade when you turn toward the light. Be kind to the person you are becoming. They are fighting battles no one else can see, carrying dreams no one else can hold. They are enough. This compassion extends beyond you. The world is not your adversary, though it may feel so when doubt presses close. It is a mosaic of stories, each one as fragile and fierce as your own. I saw this in the faces of those I met, scientists, dreamers, ordinary people with extraordinary hopes. Their struggles, their dreams, mirrored my own, reminding me that power is not solitary. To claim your power is to see the humanity in others, to recognize that their aspirations are threads in the same tapestry. Your potential is not just for you, it is a gift to the world, a spark that can light 1,000 fires. Live for that. Let your life be a beacon, not just for yourself, but for those who will walk the paths you illuminate. And in this living, let wonder be your guide. I never lost the childlike awe that drew me to the cosmos, the thrill of chasing truths too vast to grasp. That wonder is yours too. It is the flame that burns through the weight of old thoughts, the spark that keeps your potential alive. When the path feels long, when doubt pulls you back, look up. See the stars. Feel the vastness of the universe and know that you are part of it. Your dreams are not bound. They are timeless, woven into the fabric of the cosmos. Sing their song. Let wonder carry you through the moments when discipline alone is not enough, when the thought of power feels distant. But wonder is not passive. It is a call to create, to act, to dare. The world will tempt you to hesitate, to believe your power is not yet yours. I ignored that voice. I chased ideas that seemed impossible, questions that had no answers, thoughts that others deemed foolish. And in that chase, I found meaning. Your potential is not meant to be deferred, it is meant to be lived. Create something, a story, a solution, a moment that echoes beyond you. Old thoughts are not your truth. They are a lie, and you were made to shatter them, to claim your power through the act of creation. That creation is your purpose, not a grand mission written in the stars, but the quiet truth that gives your life meaning. For me, it was the pursuit of truth, the joy of unraveling the universe's secrets, of seeing the cosmos not as a puzzle, but as a poem. For you, it may be different. A family you nurture, an idea you bring to life, a light you shine in the darkness. Whatever it is, let it be your anchor, your reason to rise above doubt. Fear dulls your purpose, makes you forget why you burn. But you were made to remember, to live for something greater than hesitation, to let a single thought guide you toward power. Purpose is not a destination, it is a journey, woven through every choice, every struggle, every moment of doubt. I found mine in the questions that kept me awake, in the moments when the universe seemed to whisper back, offering glimpses of its secrets. Your purpose is no less powerful. It is the life you imagine when the world is quiet, the one that makes your heart race, your soul sing. It is not a fantasy, it is a call, and answering it requires surrender, not to fear, but to the flow of your own becoming. Let go of the need to hesitate, to cling to the comfort of old thoughts. The universe is too vast for that, and so are you. Trust the mystery. Trust the part of you that knows, even when your mind doubts. I didn't have all the answers when I began. I had faith in the questions, in the thoughts that pushed me forward. Your dreams are your questions, and every action you take is an answer, unfolding in its own time. Surrender to that rhythm. Let it carry you, not to a finish line, but to a life that feels like power. Old thoughts are not your truth. They are a shadow, and you were made to step into the light, to claim your power through the discipline of action. And as you act, carry gratitude in your heart, not as a duty, but as a lens through which the world transforms. See the struggles as teachers, the doubts as guides, the joys as eternal gifts. I felt this when I looked at the cosmos, when I saw not just equations but poetry, a universe alive with possibility. You are here now, in this fleeting, miraculous moment, alive in a world that hums with wonder. That is no small thing. It is everything. Gratitude is your strength, the quiet power that turns hesitation into action, fear into courage. It reminds you that every thought, every step, is a chance to create something extraordinary. This power is yours, always. The world will test you, tempt you to believe your potential is not yet yours. But your power is not fragile. It is a fire, a force, a truth that cannot be dimmed. Stand tall. Feel the pulse of your dreams, the rhythm of your purpose. You are not defined by the moments you've hesitated. You are defined by the actions that set you free, the life you build with every choice. The stars are watching. They know your fears, your hopes, your quiet strength, and they believe in you. The universe is not a place of stagnation. It is a canvas, and you were made to paint it with every thought, every dream. The canvas is yours, and it is infinite. Hesitation is not a verdict, it is a choice, and you can choose differently. I broke free of my own doubts by chasing truths that scared me, by acting despite the fear that whispered I wasn't enough. You too are breaking free, thought by thought, step by step. The fears that hold you back are not your master. You are alive, burning with a fire that cannot be contained. This is your moment. Live it. Dare it. Write a story that echoes through the stars, a story of power claimed through the courage of a single thought. Your potential is not a promise to be deferred. It is a truth to be lived, a power to be claimed now. I learned this as I wrestled with the cosmos, as I chose to act despite the doubts that lingered like shadows. Every choice you make, every step you take, is a victory over hesitation, a testament to the power within you. You are not your fears. You are your courage, your dreams, your unrelenting will to become. The universe crafted you for this, to create, to inspire, to claim the power that is one thought away. That claiming is your action, your rebellion against the pull of old thoughts. Not reckless haste, but deliberate, persistent steps toward the life you see. I built my theories one equation at a time, one question at a time, one choice at a time. There were moments when the path seemed impossible, when the weight of the unknown felt too heavy to bear. But I acted, driven by the thought that truth was worth pursuing. Your potential lies in those choices, the choice to create when you're tired, to dream when you're scared, to move when your mind says wait. Action is your proof that you are not bound. It is the spark that turns potential into reality, the thought that unlocks your power. But action is not reckless. It is rooted in clarity, a clarity that comes from knowing what matters most. My clarity came from my love for truth, from the questions that drove me to see the universe anew, to imagine possibilities others could not. What is your clarity? Is it the people you love, the ones who anchor your heart, the change you want to bring, the impact you long to make, the art you were born to create, the story only you can tell. Find it. Hold it. Let it be the light that guides you when doubt clouds your path. Fear obscures your clarity, makes you forget why you started. But you were made to remember, to live for something that sets your soul on fire. And there will be darkness. The path to power is not lit with constant sun. It is shadowed, uncertain, full of moments when you question everything. I knew those moments, when my ideas faltered, when doubt whispered that I wasn't enough, that my thoughts were too bold for the world. But I learned this: darkness is not the end. It is the beginning. It is where you find your strength, where you discover what you're made of. Your potential does not fade in the dark. It shines brighter, a beacon that calls you forward. Trust it. Trust yourself. Let a single thought guide you through the shadows. Trust, too, in the power of persistence. The world celebrates breakthroughs, but I know the truth. Breakthroughs are built on countless unseen moments. Moments of struggle, of doubt, of quiet resolve. The nights I spent wrestling with a single idea, the days I chose to keep going when I wanted to pause, they shaped me. Your potential is shaped the same way. Every step you take, every moment you choose to act, is a victory. Old thoughts are not your truth, they are a lie, and you were made to shatter them, to claim your power through relentless persistence. And as you persist, know that you are not alone. Your potential is not just yours. It is a thread in the fabric of the universe, connected to every dream, every heart. I found this in the conversations that sparked my ideas, in the quiet support of those who believed in me when I doubted myself. Your journey, too, is shaped by others, by the hands that lift you, the voices that remind you of your fire. But it is also shaped by the hands you extend, the light you share. To claim your power is to inspire, to create a ripple that touches lives you may never know. Your potential is a gift, not just to you, but to the world. Use it. Share it. Let it shine. Sow stein. Move. Create. The universe is watching, and it knows your name. You are not defined by the moments you've hesitated. You are alive, boundless, infinite. This is your moment, your life, your story. Write it with every breath, every choice, every step. The stars do not pause, and neither should you. Go. Imagine. Be. You are one thought away from power. Think it and live the life you were born to claim.